25-cent piece, a quarter that I just put down on there. Follow it across and you can see it's pretty typical. The spalling continues across the slew of trucks just went by. One, which is immediately downstream, does not exhibit any of the spalling that we saw on that last one that I just showed, which is just right over towards the left of the screen here. It's held quite tightly together. It appears to be a bit more recent of a crack. Of course, this is a mature CRC, and the minimum crack spacings that I've noted in here were around 8 inches. The maximum was around 12 feet, which we see up ahead. I'll show that to you as we go along. Continuing the walking survey, again, you can see my reasons for wanting to stay as far away from the lane as I can. Closest spaced cracks that we saw, I think this and one other place we saw them spaced this closely together. But there doesn't appear to be any signs of additional longitudinal cracking, which may lead to a punch-out or anything through here. You see another very tightly closed crack about a foot upstream from this one. A number of cracks that are pretty close together, many of them hairline in nature. Picking back up and moving forward. No distress really evident in this paved shoulder. I'm not going to close in on very many more details on the cracking as we go along for obvious reasons. And also I've pretty much shown what has become what appears to be the most evident throughout here. I have one thing of very much interest just beyond the end of the test section, and by just beyond I mean only about 150 feet. Have a permanent traffic counter down there, and that was just happened to be by coincidence that we located the test section with it. We didn't know it was there before we were walking along putting the markings down. However, that should provide some good information probably for both the Alabama and the Georgia Departments of Transportation in providing some background data for these sections of roadway. Which are fairly widely spaced. They're roughly spaced at 8 feet. You can see some additional spalling which has taken place on each of these. Now, how much of this is due to the timing and this wearing off of the texture with time is unknown right now. That's something that will be interesting to monitor between those CRCs which have this time texturing and those which were not textured like that were placed back in the early 70s. Station 4+20, and the only type of unusual thing that we have seen in here is where some of the joint line between the travel lane and the passenger, the formed crack has not formed where it was supposed to. You can see how it meanders roughly a foot off of the center or off of the stripes, coming from roughly station 3+60 or 3+50 on up here to about 4+10.